So you ready for the auto-scrolling?
I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
Alright. Then in you go. Episode 1. Blanc.
Yeah.
Yes!
The first turnabout. As opposed to the second.
Yeah.
Gasp. Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. Insert not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. What does he have against that guy? I'll make it look like he did it. Wowee.
August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. I will read those, but that is not actually the one. Like, that doesn't mean that you have to take the next one.
I was willing to.
You don't necessarily have to. And JPM, in that case, it's gonna be a fun ride. I also love the Layton series, by the way. But yeah, let's see who is the first one talking. I'm very interested in this. Oh dear.
Oh, look at you.
Boy, am I nervous.
Right.
So you
I'm
are the
the
female.
girl.
Yes. This is the right way around, I think.
Of course.
I wanted this so much. Perfect. Oh, hi, Chief.
Whew, I'm glad I made it on time. Also, wow, that is one character's I was gonna call it a model, it's not a model. Sprite? Art. There you
Yeah.
go.
It's so weird to see these in high quality when I'm used to seeing them on the DS and 3DS screens. It's so
Yeah, I've only
weird.
seen them on the DS. So like seeing this in like high quality, it's a little bit off-putting.
Yeah, to be honest, but well, we'll roll with it.
Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Me too, actually. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well.
What does it say about your client, really, that it's a murder trial?
I don't know. That it's a murderer?
Oh, yay! Well, no, alleged murderer.
Yeah, alleged murderer.
Yes.
Sorry, we can't just jump to conclusions.
Thanks. Thanks very much for that. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor.
A favor?
Objection! Hi, Jeremy. You excited?
Overruled. You mean you knew the defendant before this case?
Yes. Actually, I kind of owe him my current job to him. Double him. I can read today. This is gonna be good.
Everyone can read.
He's one of the reasons I became an attorney.
Well, that's news to me.
I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much.
Fucking gotcha.
Well, apparently I am question mark, so it's over!
Oh no.
My life, everything, it's all over!
Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, I'm gonna deliver my line. Are you ready?
Well done. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. Is that your client screaming over there?
Yeah, it's him. Death! Despair! Oh!
He looks very stable. Definitely not a murderer.
Oh yeah, definitely not a murderer. I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die!
It sounds like he wants to die.
Yeah. Nick!
Okay.
I'm all the male characters. You can be all the female.
He looks so precious, though.
He is. I absolutely adore him. He's super precious. Hey. Hey there, Larry.
Why do they call you Nick, by the way?
Oh, that's just a nickname to Phoenix.
Oh. What?
Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty.
That's not something you should say!
Hi, Onion. How's it going?
I mean, I don't think anyone has seen me.
Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished? I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death. The newspapers say it was you. Yeah, it is in all languages the same name, Jeremy. My name is Phoenix Wright, by the way, in case you didn't catch that. It's not like the game is named after it.
Points to the box art. Yeah, this is me.
This is me. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts.
Wow.
In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one. Which is why I took the case. To clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. Oh yeah. Easy peasy. Murder trial. Let's do it!
What a simple case.
Says defending his murderer best friend. Indeed, Jeremy. August
Alleged
3rd.
murderer.
Alleged, indeed. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Very important information.
Oh, am I the judge?
Yes?
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts.
I love it. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Very nervously.
Doesn't sound like it's fucking ready.
Trust me, it's not.
Mr. Wright? This is your first trial, is it not? Is it?
Yes, Your Honor. I am, a little nervous. See? See? I knew exactly what I was doing.
Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. No pressure, am I right? Murder's a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness.
This is normal in courts, by the way.
Of course.
Yes, of course.
Standard procedure.
Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking, eyesight fading.
Palms sweaty. Mom spaghetti. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely.
And yes, Jiramuchu, this should be the very same version on the Switch as well.
Please state the name of the defendant in this case.
I need some help, Sim. Who is the defendant here?
I think it's Mia.
Oh! Is it Larry?
It's probably Larry.
Oh, okay.
Most
I'm so nervous.
certainly Larry.
His eyesight's
Knees are
fading.
weak.
Okay. The defendant. Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor.
Correct. I'm glad you knew who the hell you were defending.
Whew.
Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine.
Okay, I can do this. Whew.
Next question. Oh, man. There's a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Was that ever established?
Well, we can always check the trials. Attorney's badge! No one would believe I was a defense attorney if I didn't carry this. Okay.
Really? Is that how it works?
Cindy's autopsy report. So Cindy is her name. We don't know the last name, but as long as there's only one Cindy.
I mean, clearly there's only one Cindy in the entire world.
Good. Then we're good. Phew. I know this
Just
one.
say Cindy.
Glad I read over the case report to cover to cover. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. Glad I'm also very good at talking. I'm very nervous. Did I say? It's... Wait. Uh-oh. No. No way. I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here.
Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? Also, I'm here. Hi, hello?
Well, of course. You are the mentor.
Oh.
You're the co-defendant.
I knew that.
Yeah.
That's how these procedures work, right?
Mentor me, senpai.
You don't even know the victim's name? Let me just exclaim that across the entire court.
Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily.
I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. You know, that thing that you just looked at.
Yeah, you mean the attorney's badge. That was the
Oh,
victim.
Oh no, the attorney's badge.
Oh no, it was so young, just like Jiramuchu
It
said.
suffered so much.
Indeed. It must hurt to be given up like that from your mentor. Maybe.
Just press tab to check it at any time, okay?
Okay, where's the tab button in real life?
Somewhere over there.
Okay. Boop.
Remember to check it often. Do for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case?
Ooh, Cinderblock and Cindy Stone are so close together ever.
I'm gonna be honest. Might be Cinderblock.
Oh no! No, it's probably Cindy.
Honestly, I feel like Mia is the victim here.
I need to double check here. No, I think it's Cindy. I'm pretty sure.
Are you sure? Because Mia seems to be suffering right now.
And no, the victim was Butts' girlfriend, Jiramuchu. It's Cindy.
Are you sure?
Yes. I'm pretty sure. Here it
All
goes.
right.
The victim's name is Cindy Stone.
Correct.
Whew. Man, this hard test before the trial. Good that I went through, school for this. Law school for this.
Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was
Oh, I know this one. Hit with a blunt object. Yeah.
Pretty sure she was poisoned by assassins.
Strangled to death. Yeah, hit with a blunt object. I know this one. She was struck once by a blunt object.
Correct.
Phew.
You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. Wow, I'm losing my voice.
Old man.
You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you.
Oh, yes, very relaxed. Very, very relaxed.
I might be Santa Claus, by the way.
Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure.
Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Whoa, that's a name.
Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object.
Wow.
Would you explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was the statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into the evidence.
Statue added to the court record. Statue, a statue of the shape of the thinker. It's rather heavy.
Who just has that?
Hmm?
Who just has that? Like a small miniature statue of the thinker.
Yeah. Why not?
Okay, right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial.
Mr. Wright versus Mr. Payne. With those names, who could win the case? It is always kind of ironic that Wright's name is Wright.
He's always in the right.
Mm.
That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Now load your gun and shoot the place up. Use tab.
Use
to
the
check
truth
the courtroom
bullets.
frequently.
Oh wait, wrong game.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief? What do I do now?
Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope it doesn't say anything unfortunate.
Well, he's very unlucky, so...
Honestly, he's already said a lot of things that were unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm guilty, I'm guilty!
Give me the
Uh-oh.
death sentence.
Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad.
Excited, huh?
Mr. Putz, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die?
Everyone dies, right? Jesus.
I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you, anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you, and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies. All of it lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Do you want to take this one?
Passport added to the court record. Passport. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on the 30th of July? Yes, the day before the murder.
It is always confusing when they put the dates like that.
It really is.
And yeah, Jeremy, F is something that is usually written in chat if something dies. It's a meme kind of deal.
Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder.
Dude, no way!
The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies.
Daddies? Sugar?
But she was diabetic.
Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now?
Right. I don't think you wanted to answer that question.
Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I wait and see what happens, or stop him from answering?
Should probably, object to that.
So probably stop him from answering?
Yeah.
Alright, well, you are the senpai, so... Let's go.
Am I the senpai?
Well, I mean, you're my mentor.
Oh yeah, I'm Mia.
Yeah. My client has no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case.
Oof.
Oof!
Oof.
I know.
How's it going?
Aw, Sim got a hug.
Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog.
Oh.
I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Oh boy.
Oh, Larry.
Oh, Larry.
Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite.
Oh boy. This is so not looking good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not?
Well, maybe I did, or maybe I didn't. Uh-oh. He went.
That's such an obvious way of saying, I certainly did.
I remembered, Noel. Are you proud of me? Are you proud of me? I set up the command.
Yeah.
What do I do? Have him answer honestly, or stop him from answering?
I mean,
It has to come in light, I feel.
I feel the same. That's a
Yeah.
very important detail.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have him answer honestly here.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth.
What? Yeah, of course, yes. He'll pick up on that.
I'm sure he will.
Yeah, I was there. I went.
I'm actually surprised that he picked up on it.
I'm too.
Order! Well, Mr. Butts. Can't take that name seriously.
Me neither.
Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. So, I didn't see her.
Oh my god!
Objection! Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Lying?
The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts was lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is you. Yes. This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers on the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand.
I saw it? Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That's you.
Oh, what a slimy git.
Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions. Is this correct?
Oh, yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder.
Witnesses
Oh.
account.
I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. Why is he always rubbing his hands?
Because he's a salesperson.
Of course. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there. A woman, not moving, dead. I quailed. Wait, is that a word? I
Yes.
quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately.
Saw to, but didn't.
Thought to.
Oh wait.
However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone.
Wow.
I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there.
Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that.
Isn't that your job? Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? I was wondering this.
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
You're a smart judge.
Are they? Are they?
No.
Judge? Your Honor? Sir?
Maybe he's thinking of mobile phones,
Possibly?
but that was very obviously a standy thing.
That was definitely a phone line.
Yeah. Okay, Phoenix gave up. Next case.
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Blackout record added to the court record. Blackout record. Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime.
Now, Mr. Wright.
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
You may begin your cross-examination.
Whoa.
I mean, it's written in all red, so...
Cross-examination, Your Honor. He
All right,
doesn't know
right.
what that
This is it. The real deal.
What exactly am I supposed to do?
Your job.
I didn't learn this in law school.
I spent 3 years in law school. No one taught me about cross-examinations.
Oh no! And welcome back, Onion.
Hi, hello. Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witnesses just gave.
Lies? What? He was lying?
Oh my god. Oh, Phoenix. Oh, please. Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty?
Oof. How do I prove he's not?
You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there.
Oh boy.
First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, I'm just gonna kill my voice. Present it and rub it in the witness's face.
Well, you're certainly putting pressure on those words. Okay.
Open the court record with tab, then point out contradictions in the testimony.
Okay, tab. Got it. I'm good at this. I'm a good defense attorney.
Cross-examination.
Witness account.
I was going door to
Okay,
door selling
you don't-
subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. Are you
Okay.
sure I don't have to?
Okay, so they must be in a hurry because they left at the door. Let's think. Where do we need to press? I think.
I don't know.
I need to go
What
through
what
this.
are our evidence?
Our evidence is our badge. Because we're a defense attorney, you're wrong. Well, the autopsy record, because time of death was between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. The thinker, the passport, and the fact from noon to 6 p.m. there was no electricity. Hi, music Dan. Those are our options.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You quailed in fright. Quailed indeed.
Wait, didn't he say something about like 1 p.m.?
Let's go back. Was it 1 p.m.?
No, he said it later.
Oh, later.
Yeah.
Already forgot what he said. I'm a good defense attorney. Oh!
Yeah, 1
Oh,
p.m.
yeah. Yeah,
That's-
we have evidence against this.
Yeah, that's literally impossible.
Alright. The time of this is from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Present. Objection!
It happened! The meme is real!
Yes! You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure?
Oh, sorry. Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain.
You forgot
Well,
who
I
you
would-
were for a second.
Well, I was picking up my thermos to pour up some more tea.
It's only the law, but what details matter? Indeed! Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was nobody to find at 1 p.m. Well done, Phoenix.
Wow, Phoenix.
You saved that.
Puns.
How do you explain this 3-hour gap?
Huh? Oh, that. Oh, Oh my god.
This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Saw it. Did you really see it? Why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question that I clearly don't have the answer to. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions.
Oh, is that all? Phew. Good. Then my job is easy.
Oh, so I don't have to do an actual job of... Okay. I just have to point out contradictions. That's what I do. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait! I remember now! Would you care to give your testimony again? Oh boy.
Witness testimony. The time of discovery.
You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. Huh? There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Impossible!
Blackout! Ooh, gotcha
Exactly.
already.
We already found a contradiction.
Yeah, but we can't evidence yet. He needs to finish first.
Heck. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m.
Lies!
Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Please believe me. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do.
I've got this one. This time
In
for
the
sureties,
bag.
actually.
Cross-examination. Oh yeah.
Okay. Are we pressing
That
already
works,
here, or are
right?
we out on the
Yeah,
one?
I think so.
Oops, I pressed it on accident.
Oh.
Well, are you sure it was a television and not a radio?
That is, Phoenix, oh my god. Well, no, I guess it might have been a radio.
Incidentally, there was no radio in the premises. There was only one large television.
Right. I can't put my finger on it, but something about this seems fishy. It's like an obvious lie is staring me in the face, but I can't quite understand it. Something about hearing the television.
The witness has testified he heard the time.
Okay, back. This time, let's press tab instead of Q. They are right next to each other. Okay. Blackout record. And yoink. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. So we all are smarter than every person in that courtroom together. Wow.
I would have to agree.
You couldn't have heard a television or a video.
Gah! The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sawit? The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning.
Would it now? Really?
It's almost like that's how you get to the bottom of these murder cases or something. I don't know. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. The judge looks so done.
Witness testimony, hearing the time.
Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. What the fuck? That is so... What?
Well, I mean, good that your first case is something like this, right? My first case. I'm Phoenix.
Yeah, you're Phoenix. I'm just Miss Senpai. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? How would you know? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. What? What? You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. Your Honor, please. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly. This seems good. So let's press him on the fact of the weapon.
Yeah,
I wanna press that. Okay.
Yeah.
There was the table clock. The murder weapon. Okay, I wanna press this. Hold it! The murder weapon?
Yes, the table clock that was used as a weapon. You know.
How do you know it was the table clock? Why did you look at it? Why did you look at the murder weapon, huh? So many questions.
That's what I just said. Did you doze off in the middle of my testimony or something? Oh, buddy, you are not in a position to be smug right now.
You're a thin ice, buddy. Something's fishy here. What? Okay, let's look into our things here.
Yeah. I wonder if we have a clock in here. Doesn't
Should
seem to be a
we
clock.
present the statue?
I think we probably should, since that was the murder weapon.
Uh-huh. Moment mal! There you go, Jeremy. It's just for you. Okay, let's present it. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue. Now how is this supposed to be a clock?
Oh, the music, yeah! You with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are, a prosecutor?
Well, actually, a
lawyer?
defense. Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit.
Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock!
Your Honor, if I may,
Yes, Mr. Payne?
as the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud.
But he said he saw it now instead of hearing it.
Yeah, he saw
And
it.
he would have to have tilted the neck. How many?
There are
Does no one
so
else
many
see
contradictions in this. How do we put them all out?
As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted this as a statue. My apologies.
I see. Clearly, that clears everything up. There you go. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now?
Yes!
So many problems!
Yes. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet, the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly, a contradiction.
Indeed.
Man, I want a game where I get to be the judge. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. Yeah, I don't think he knew the victim. You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder.
Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove I was in there!
I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. Well, we just turned the
Alright.
tables.
Holy shit. Phoenix get really into it when his theme is playing.
Indeed. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Close up of my face.
Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. saw it. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. Objection! But what's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Of course, Payne. Yeah, okay.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face!
Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with a clock? That day, I never... Look, the clock, I heard... No, I mean, I saw it. Yeah! It's too bad! Shut up, I hate you! It was him, I tell you, I saw him! He killed her and he should burn, give him death! Okay, this is really escalating right now.
I love it.
Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright, your theme just came back on.
Oh, yes, I like my theme, sorry.
Turn your phone off, please.
Your Honor.
You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through, carefully. Your Honor. The sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply examine the clock's batteries, ask the neighbors, try sounding the clock. I think try sounding the clock would be one. Because you have to twist the neck.
Yeah.
Which is actually quite gruesome.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
Who makes a clock like that?
Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully.
Beep. I think it's 8:25.
That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker, after all.
So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25.
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. I didn't have to think about how to read out discrepancy there.
Of course not.
So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one. Hi, the guru.
Panting very heavily right now.
Pant. How you doing?
Ha! Ha ha! You forgot one thing.
Uh-oh. What's he talking about now?
While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing.
Excuse?
Hello? How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder?
Because of her traveling. This is an easy one.
Yeah. If you can't prove that, you don't have a case.
You don't think we have a case by now?
I mean, you threw your toupee at the guy.
Yeah,
He
in
has
my
a case.
face. It was not fun. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Phoenix, you have the evidence.
Phoenix, maybe we should take your badge away from you.
Damn it, I was so close.
Mr. Wright? It seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
No, I don't. I'm just dumb.
Feels
Yes.
bad when you have the evidence, but you're just dumb.
Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Saw It.
God damn it.
But Your Honor, fuck off. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. I throw my toupee at someone. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! It's almost like I'm a suspect or something. You lawyers are all slime, said the salesman.
Wow. I almost had him. If only I remembered that she traveled that day. Ugh. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. I guess you get the death sentence now. There's nothing I can do about it now. Magic.
Not so fast, Mr. Saw It.
The manliest Mia there ever was.
Yes.
Mia! I mean, Chief!
Listen, what was that? Listen up, right? Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think.
But, Chief, it's over! I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that.
Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can still win. Try thinking out of the box. Pull this one out of your ass. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and make some shit up. I mean, think through it.
Oh, thank you, Senpai. I mean, Chief.
Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow?
I love
Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof. Right? Right? They did that on purpose. Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow?
Yes. 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 Yes!
Try being a lawyer.
Wait! Maybe I can prove it.
You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it, and let him have it. What? This is so intense with the music. I love it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt.
Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Like the way I pulled off my toupee. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
Okay. No, wait. This one.
Heck yeah.
Yoink! Take that!
The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. I have also returned home from abroad. I can't speak English anymore. This is fine. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow. It was 9 hours fast.
What?
The victim hadn't presented her clock since returning home. Had reset, not presented. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It. Or should I say, Mr. Did It?
Oh, shit! Got him! Oh, what's happening? Holy shit, he just OD? What the fuck happened? Oh, order, I say. The witness is dead. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Can someone go clean that up? We have a body in courtroom number 2. Mr. Payne, your witness.
He was arrested and it has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly.
It was rather quick. It fell
It
all
was.
together.
And find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only a formality, but... This court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty.
Whee! Confetti! Woohoo!
And with that, this court is adjourned. What a wild ride.
It turns out that Frank Saw It was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of their home. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Saw It let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw It grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby number 2. Phew! I still can't believe we won!
Right, good job in there. Congratulations.
Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you.
Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note.
I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over.
Oh my god, Larry.
Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, No, I mean bad. Bad, bad, bad. Larry, you're incorrect. The case is closed.
Innocent, you mean?
Innocent, right? I incorrect would also be true, though.
It would be.
He is incorrect. But my CD Pindy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind.
She was what, Phoenix? What were you gonna say, huh?
Gold digger!
Oh, congratulations, Harry. What?
Harry?
Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I absolutely refuse.
Well, at least say the innocent part.
Harry Butts. Innocent.
Tiramisu. What does Harry Butts sound like? Yeah, I'm sure you'll see it.
God damn it.
Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat.
Oh no, I couldn't.
Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook.
Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present.
Isn't that the murder weapon?
Yes.
A present for me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that...
Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me.
Really? You? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento.
Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that just make you wanna cry?
No, I think you're pathetic.
Larry.
Are you so sure?
Excuse me?
I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. You know, how she wanted your money and all that.
Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. Skoke.
Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend?
And Tiramisu, I know the game, but Sim actually doesn't know this one.
I have no idea of anything.
Which makes
We've
it...
already gone past the point where I knew like the stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something that proves how she felt about him.
Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Well, I mean, probably the statue, because it was still in her
Yeah.
apartment, and that's the only thing that connects to Larry.
Yeah.
Take that!
Take that!
Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her.
Huh? What about that clock?
This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled.
Whatever. She probably just needed a clock, that's all.
No one would just take that with them as a clock. It is so clunky.
Yeah.
Larry, please.
You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will.
Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am.
Thanks.
Are you?
Hope that made him feel a little better.
Right? Oh no, I'm already at the last bit of my tea. Already.
Well, I think this episode is about to close up. You could get more tea.
More tea?
Tea.
Okay, yeah. I'll get more tea. Well, I have to make it, and then I have. Yeah, okay. I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Uh-huh. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen. Learn. Grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off?
Yeah, I guess so.
Say, how about dinner? On me. I want you to have dinner on me, please. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Stop. Stop. Stop it. Stop. The game knows what it's doing.
Yeah!
Oh, speaking of Harry. Oh, my fucking... You were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him.
Yeah. Part, at least.
You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks?
Oh. Oh my.
Oh my.
And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said,
Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends.
but I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us. Unless you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And
Bum,
my
bum,
promise
bum.
to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end.
The end.